Okay guys, so I'm here to review the Carolina Panthers versus the San Francisco 49ers. And as I have done before, I'm gonna give you my general overview and then half by half analysis. So this was a game split into two halves. They were totally different. In the first half, Carolina controlled the most of it by running the football, balancing their offense, throwing the ball towards the sideline, letting Cam Newton run the ball. But in the second half, it was San Francisco who gave Frank Gore the ball and just let him run with it. Carolina had almost no possessions because the San Francisco 49ers just kept eating the clock with Frank Gore. However, in the first half, they concentrated on passing from the pocket, and Colin Kaepernick looked a little bit shaky, but like I said, in the second half, Jim Harbaugh decided to give Frank Gore the ball. Okay, guys, so now I'm gonna give you half by half analysis. Okay, guys, so I'm here review the first half of the Carolina Panthers versus the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the San Francisco 49ers are up 13-10, but the San Francisco 49ers didn't look that crisp on offense until the last drive. For most of the first half, the San Francisco 49ers were using Colin Kaepernick as a pocket passer, and he looked a little bit indecisive. Ever they started using him like that at about the last minute of the first quarter, when the San Francisco 49ers defense got a goal line stand and it was turnover on downs. Ever since then, they decided to use him as a pocket passer until the last drive, and he looked indecisive. He was a little bit hesitant on his throws. He didn't know where to go. But overall, they're winning 13-10. Colin Kaepernick is 11 of 24 for 121 yards and 1 touchdown. What's working for them is the passing game. They are leaning more towards passing it. I don't know if they don't have confidence in Frank Gore or what, but Frank Gore only has 7 carries for 17 yards. If I was the 49ers, I would roll out Colin Kaepernick every time he throws, because he seems more comfortable when he moves his feet. He just can't sit in the pocket, and that's what the 49ers are. That was the game plan seems to be. Now, for the Carolina Panthers, they're mixing everything up. they're running a whole bunch of read options, letting Cam Newton run it. And when they go the ball, it's typically up the sideline. There has only been 3 throws down the middle of the field, one to Steve Smith, which was about a 40-yard pass, and the other one was to Brandon LaFell, where the San Francisco 49ers got an interception, and one to Greg Olsen. Besides that, they've been going up the sideline and having success. Steve Smith had a touchdown because Cam Newton threw it over the top. I believe it was over the right sideline and he got the touchdown. But the Carolina Panthers are doing nice at mixing it up. I say, even though they're down, if they keep mixing it up like this, they'll win the game. Overall, Cam Newton is 8 of 10 for 136 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The leading rusher is also Cam Newton with 7 carries and 40 yards, and their leading receiver is Steve Smith, 4 receptions for 74 yards. Now, the leading receiver for the 49ers is Anqaun Boldin. Now, the 49ers are going everything towards the middle. They want to keep it in play, and that's where Colin Kaepernick is having most success. But again, if I'm the 49ers in the second half, I would roll him out and do a lot of play action because he doesn't seem comfortable in the pocket whatsoever. That's it for right now, guys. I'll be back when the second half is over. Peace. Okay, guys, so I'm here to review the second half of the San Francisco 49ers versus the Carolina Panthers. Now in the second half, the San Francisco 49ers incorporated Frank Gore more into the offense up to this point, and there's 4:10 left in the game. Frank Gore has a total of 16 carries for 84 yards. In the first half, he only had 17 yards rushing. That means that he ran for 64 yards in the 67 yards in the second half, so they decided to give him the ball, let him take control of the game. And when San Francisco passed it, it was mainly to Anqaun Boldin. Anqaun Boldin came up big in the second half. It was mainly goals to the boundary, not in the middle that much. Anqaun Boldin had 8 receptions for 136 yards. He was Colin Kaepernick's main target in the second half, as you remember in the first half, I said that they should roll out Kaepernick, but they decided not to, and he got a rhythm by staying in the pocket and putting some oomph behind his goals, mostly towards the boundary, like I said. But the San Francisco, for the most part, was just killing the clock, and they did a good job of it. Now for Carolina, they only really had one good drive, which was in the middle of the third quarter. They were running the football and passing the football. In that drive, Mike Colbert was the key. He got 2 first downs. Mike Colbert ended the game with 8 carries for 20 yards. But again, they were going to the boundary and mixing things up. But that drive ended up with the San Francisco 49ers getting 2 sacks. For the game, Cam Newton was 15 of 22 for 208 yards, 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions. But I think what the Carolina Panthers stopped doing in the second half was letting Cam Newton run. He had 3 rushes for 14 yards in the second half, and as opposed to in the first half, 7 rushes for 40 yards. But again, that's partly due to the San Francisco 49ers controlling the clock with Frank Gore as he gained 67 yards. He softened up the defense. He ate some more clock. So nice win for the San Francisco 49ers. Up next is Seattle. And for Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers, all they have to do is get 1 or 2 more wide receivers to give Cam Newton a secondary target, because in the second half, Steve Smith had no catches. Only Greg Olsen had 1 catch. So they need to get him a secondary target. But that's it for right now, guys. Peace.